Welcome to the Yo-11 podcast. Mostly Vegas, no BS casino experience and more. Michael Trager is a casino and travel loyalty expert who also helps people turn their travel dreams into reality. How's it going, Michael?
It's going really well. Especially when you hum some TV tunes for me. WPIX, Channel 11.
Channel 11, New York. Yeah, before the show, you're having a sing-along of TV show themes. I think it was Sanford and Son, particularly, is very catchy.
We determined that your Sanford, your ability to do the opening of Sanford and Son is quite iconic.
Correct, iconic, like the Mirage, which, by the way, their auction started.
Yes.
Well, it's the live bidding starts on September 20th, and I know you have dibs on the Dolphins. I got dibs on the mermaid, at least one mermaid. I'm happy with just one mermaid. That's all I care about. But right now, the bids for those mermaids are going between 1,000 and 3,000. They're expected to go to 10,000. So there's that.
That auction is going to bid up. We will put a link to the auction in the show notes. But that auction is going to bid up. Right? I think the starting prices are not so shocking. I just think everything there is going to bid up like crazy. Though they have little pieces of the volcano also.
Yeah, they have like rocks from the volcano also on auction. So we'll see what happens with that. That'd be fun to just sort of put in like your front or your backyard if you got one. Just like, oh, that's a nice boulder. Actually, that's from the Mirage volcano.
Oh, I would put the dolphin right behind me.
Oh yeah. That I wouldn't trust it outdoors. That would have to come indoors somewhere. No way. Maybe somebody's spouse is going to be like, "Hey, honey, I got a dolphin, and we just put it in the middle of the living room." That would be me. I would exactly do that. I would totally do that. And they're selling they're bronze, but they're all green now because of like oxidation. But these are the ones that were in front. But they also have these other dolphins I don't remember seeing. That are gray and white and stuff, and I think that might have been like in the back by their habitat area that they had at one point with whatever they had. So maybe it came from there. But I don't remember ever seeing those, but definitely do remember the green ones out front.
They had dolphins.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did have dolphins in there. That's probably where it came from. So it probably came from that area in the back. It was much less oxidized than the ones that were sitting in the water out front.
And the Siegfried and Roy.
I did not see that at all. I looked for it. I looked for the Siegfried and Roy big bronze thing. That wasn't there. So I'm like, it's somewhere. I'm sure some museum might have it or something.
Yeah, that would be pretty. I'm Siegfried. I'm Roy. And Talk about iconic shows.
And these are our tigers.
It is all tigers, yes. Yeah, it was actually a sad ending to that show, right? That's when they eventually ended the show. They were at. I'm wearing a Stardust shirt. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
And they were at Stardust before Mirage, if I remember correctly. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they were at Stardust before Mirage. A different show. They were around. Like they were around in Vegas for a while until they landed that incredible gig at Mirage, which like took off like crazy.
Yeah,
that was like that show is incredible. When you think of like shows that were iconic Vegas shows like Folies Bergère at the Tropicana, Jubilee, at Bally's Horseshoe. Jubilee isn't on any. Are any of those shows still on?
Oh no.
No, I mean, they're not. They don't. The Jubilee, I mean, Follies was. Are there others that you can remember? I don't. Those are some of the ones. I saw Jubilee. I definitely saw Follies. I am trying to think if there's any other truly iconic, like shows that like ran forever and ever and ever and ever. That were like shows and ever.
And
yeah,
ever.
Really, really cool. Really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, all those shows are gone. The only thing that might still be around is like that circus act that happens at Circus. That's one of the only shows. And then you have like your free things like the Bellagio fountains and stuff like that. But as far as paid shows, Yeah, they're all gone, man. They're all gone.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So did you know casino, sports, iGaming, and VLT revenue for June 2025? So that's June of this year. Did you know that New Jersey gaming revenue rose 18.4% in June 2025? That is interesting, don't you think?
I do. That is interesting.
June was a really good month, and this is in comparison to June 2024. So comparing June to June. So what do you think your favorite state's gambling revenue? What do you think happened there?
Well, there was a tourism slump, as we all know, this summer. But I'm going to assume that it either held even or went a little higher, probably because casinos might have had to revert their holds to a higher percentage to make up for the loss of tourism, but I could be wrong. I won't know until UNLV puts out their report. But what do you got?
And which state are we talking about?
Nevada, which I used to pronounce as Nevada before I moved here because it is,
Nevada.
A Spanish word. But out here, they want to make it Nevada for some reason. So.
Nevada. Well, what's interesting is, I mean, you make a good point about that, but I don't think they knew, going into June, I don't think they knew there would be necessarily a slump. I mean, I guess they knew what was booked as far as like revenue rooms and conventions and things like that. So I'm not sure that there was any real plan, anything really changed with gaming. I could be wrong with that, but it rose 3.5%.
Mm-hmm.
This June in comparison to last June. Mm-hmm. And that would be 1.332 billion. But that is sort of interesting because of all of this, Vegas is dead. Vegas is dead. No, Vegas isn't dead. It's a little bit less busy, but it's still pretty darn busy. And I think that's the biggest thing that annoys me about the Vegas is dead kind of thing. It's like people are not like understanding the relative thing. I think we talked about that once with like convention stuff. I mean, when they say something's down, it's not down like 70%. It's down like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12%. And understanding that, and of course, that's when you say something is down, like tourism visits, it's also like that's like cumulative, like all days in the period. So that's another thing to think about. I think the only thing that you could say conclusively, which has been a huge shift, are Canadian and Mexican visitors. Mm-hmm. As far as much as they track that, but definitely the Canadian is down. And if you follow airlines and air traffic and that kind of stuff, that's truly down. But that still does, which obviously contributes to things. But it's sort of interesting. So this gambling revenue thing, June compared to June is very, very interesting. And I'm taking this from Adam's Revenue Review in CDC Gaming, which came out in August 2025 with these numbers. But, almost everywhere is up. The total national GGR for June rose 10.5%. That's so interesting. Even Macau gaming revenue is up. Now, remember when we mentioned something like New Jersey, that includes everything like sports. Like this number is casino, sports, iGaming, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Connecticut rose 15.3%. Isn't that? I don't know. I think it's absolutely fascinating that June was such a good month for gaming on a year-over-year basis. That really strikes me. The other thing that strikes me is in Nevada. How do you say it? I didn't say it right. I don't know. I get confused.
Nevada.
But
they like it pronounced Nevada out here.
Nevada. Yes. Well, what is interesting, or it's just easier to say Las Vegas, but this is not just Las Vegas. The total revenue, said it rose 3.5%. The total revenue is $1.332 billion. Now, New Jersey which when they say New Jersey, I think it really is just Atlantic City. I don't know, because I don't think this is including horse racing stuff. Yeah. So basically New Jersey, which is basically Atlantic City, when they say that rose 18.4%, that's 581 million. But that's pretty, I mean, New Jersey, that's like gigantic for the country. New Jersey is gigantic. The only thing that comes close to New Jersey, and this gives you an amazing perspective here, is Pennsylvania, which rose 15.4% and is 5.446 million. So if you add Pennsylvania and New Jersey together, you are just shy of Nevada.
Interesting.
That's pretty crazy.
Indeed.
And it's also crazy that New Jersey is basically half, but really that's just Atlantic City. That tells you how much gaming there is in New Jersey. It also shows you how much gaming there is in Pennsylvania. And remember, before Pennsylvania, New Jersey was the only game in town. So that's cool. Also, other states like Maryland rose 7.5%. States you never think of, I never think of, like Maine, rose 2.9%, though their entire gaming is 17.7 million. Massachusetts rose 16.9%. And when they say Massachusetts, that's only 3 casinos: Encore Boston Harbor, MGM Springfield, and Plainview. It's a slot one. And Massachusetts total is 159.7 million. Anyway, I thought that was sort of interesting. Looking at those like lined up, seeing that everyone had a really good June versus the other June. So that's what I got for you on that. So anyway, I sort of like to geek out on those things.
Well, interesting stuff. And speaking of interesting stuff, let's get to the news. When Justin Bieber appeared on stage at a Las Vegas nightclub last week for a surprise performance alongside a popular DJ, the crowd and the DJ went wild until the DJ realized it wasn't Justin Bieber. DJ Griffin wrapped up his set at Wynn's Excess nightclub, calling it actually insane. But the real surprise came after the music stopped. A team member pulled him aside and revealed that the Justin Bieber who had joined him on stage wasn't Bieber at all. It was an impersonator. Video shows Griffin in disbelief as the news sank in. Wynn later confirmed the ruse, saying the man and his advance team pulled off an elaborate scheme to gain access. Once identified, the impersonator was removed and banned from the property. The DJ recalled that the fake Bieber's team apparently told Griffin the star wanted to perform Sorry after showing up at the nightclub. Griffin added that the dark venue and loud music made it difficult to determine whether the offer was legitimate. Biebergate 2025, Griffin captioned the Instagram post of the video titled, "How Bustin' Jeeber Duped Me During My Own Set." The video, posted by Griffin, shows the apparent Bieber shirtless underneath a zip-up hoodie walking across the stage as Bieber's hit song Sorry plays over the speakers at Excess nightclub at the Wynn on Saturday night. And that's going to do it for the news, and now for the views. Michael, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are that this is absolutely hysterical. I cannot believe how well they social engineered this. And as I was saying to you before, it's not something beyond the realm of something that could happen. But I think that the fact that it happened is funny. I always wanted to do that with you, Movestro, except I didn't think you were a lookalike for anyone, because you could get up there. Because you can sing songs really well. You can sing Sorry, I bet.
I don't think I would sound exactly like he would, but maybe if I had enough alcohol in me, probably.
I got to give Griffin credit for doing that Insta, basically saying, yeah, they got me. They really got me. That's wow. And this guy who is the impersonator is crazy because he also has like all the same tattoos.
Yeah. What I really liked about Griffin's videos, he inserted that audio clip of, "Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got into this situation."
It was wonderful. I thought it was so smart that he did that. Like, yep, that's what happened. Oh, goodness gracious. I thought that was amazing. Yeah, I knew that was crazy. So don't it's now ejected and banned from Wynn Las Vegas. But this impersonator dude got incredible exposure if you think about it.
Absolutely.
Incredible exposure. Like, you cannot pay for that kind of exposure. I'm like, yeah, I was like in awe that they figured that out.
Brilliantly executed, for sure.
Yeah, no, brilliantly. Though I'm not sure. You know that whole everyone afterwards, like when people are critical, they're like, it doesn't look like Justin Bieber at all. But I'm like, how do you? I mean, like, okay, but in the context of what was going on in a nightclub with lots of drinking and lots of smoke and noise and, you know, like smoke from like fog machines and stuff like that. It's easy looking like from 30,000 feet.
Oh yeah.
To say that, but I thought it was pretty amazing. That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite Vegas news stories of recent. That is absolutely really incredible. Really, it was just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Alrighty, with that, let's get on with the tease.
I'm taking it away, and we're going to talk a little bit about my wonderful trip to what I call my local casino, which is not that local, but is Hard Rock Hollywood, which I happen to love as a property. And there is my lovely wife with David Wong, because this was our WWW Weekend with Wong at Hard Rock Hollywood. One of the nicest guys in the world, as well as a really, really cool YouTube channel. So we have a little slideshow of some of the things that we had there. Is that my glassware picture? Is there good glassware there?
Yeah, you're holding up a glass.
Yeah, that is a glass. Yes, they have good glassware on the casino floor at Hard Rock Hollywood, which I like. And as you can see, look at that pool. What do you think of that pool area? I think that pool area is pretty darn amazing. And in that pool, like all the way in the back, which is like the lazy river pool, they have like kayaks and other things. I think it's a great. It's an amazing pool area. This is taken from the Guitar Tower, which I was staying in, and I think it's awesome. I think this compares to a lot of Vegas-y kind of pool areas, wouldn't you say?
Agreed. It's very sprawling. It kind of reminds me of Flamingo's pool.
Yeah, it's extremely well done. And along that path, that elevated path on the right, there's the Fire Grill restaurant. Biaka, I think is the name, and that's really, really great. But I love the property, and I just took a couple of pictures just to chat about the property a little bit of the casino floor. Great casino floor, but most casino floors look like casino floors, but it's super cool. And it's a great. They've got multiple high limit rooms. They have a really nice high limit slot room, which is awesome. And I think the place has great vibe. Great salon. I got a haircut. Did you see? I got a haircut.
Ah.
All of them cut. That's a joke you're supposed to do. All the hairs were cut. They also have a huge spa, and that is. Do you know what that is?
Some sort of a linen with a guitar shape on it.
Yes, that's the pillowcases.
Ah, interesting.
Guitars on pillowcases in the Guitar Tower. Is that a neat detail?
That is. You wouldn't find that in any of the other towers, I'm assuming.
I'm assuming, though I haven't tested that fact yet. But I think it's really cool. And I love this new stacking video. Have you ever played the stacking video poker?
I have. Stacking.
You have?
Yeah.
The stacking bonus. What do you think of it?
I find the money goes a lot quicker when you're playing the stacking bonus as opposed to just playing.
I know, but look,
regular video poker where it lasts a while. But yeah, that's one heck of a hand. My goodness.
and that's super times pay also.
Wow.
As if I didn't need enough fun. I think it's super times pay. I can't see the picture, but I think if I looked at my bigger picture, I would see that it was super times pay.
Awarded 4 extra hands, 8x multiplier. Oh yeah, it says triple play on it. I see it.
Yeah, pretty good. It was a nice hand. I think I won like 1,900 quarters.
A 3 of a kind, a 3 of a kind, a 4 of a kind, a full house, a 3 of a kind, a 3 of a kind, a 3 of a kind. Nice.
Imagine if there were a couple 4 of a kinds though. And then you've got the STP, the super times pay bonus. I think it is a great game. I think it's a great game, but I agree with you. It's a little bit of a money drain.
Yeah.
Just a little.
All right, we got some video here too.
Oh, Michael, you want to explain what's going on?
What's that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bang! 20-cent denom, $10 spin. That's $1,000.
Nice, $1,000.
Wow!
And that's before
we got to record this bonus now. But you have a decision to make, Michael.
Oh shit!
You have a decision to make.
I think it was 20-cent denom, $10. Have you ever seen 5 banks?
I have
25. I feel you got to do
25 free
25.
games or
3
10.
banks is the bonus, right?
You could get a full screen with 10 too. That's double the amount of.
Double the amount.
And now, yeah, and this is the next video our complete tease. This is our super Wong tease.
Jackpot! Oh, we got the triple! We got the triple! Let's go.
Triple.
The triple.
You knew it.
And what?
You knew it. It was coming. That's it.
All right, we gotta go like super wide.
Triple at.
I don't. How far back do we gotta go? Jesus. Guys, give me a second.
That's a triple at 200. Whoa.
A triple at 200.
All right, guys. Best I can do. I'm sorry.
Are you ready?
Insane.
Hey guys, we're at Hard Rock Hollywood. $5 denom, $200 bet. Mystery of the Lamp. We just got the triple.
Triple.
Here we go.
Triple. That's what it's about.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, well, the funny thing about that is we always call this section the tease. That's the ultimate tease because on Wong's Casino Adventures, they will be dropping that video, or so I hear, this Friday. And in the show notes, you can see where to go for Wong's Casino Adventures. And when that video drops, we will also add the direct link to that video. But you're going to have to watch on Friday. I am not revealing what the jackpot is. Can you guess what the jackpot is, Movestro? And we'll see how accurate you are when the video is actually dropped. Can you guess? So it's $200 spin.
$200 spin.
3 bonuses.
I didn't see what the pay table was, but I'm going to say conservatively about $600. And then going up from there, I'm going to say a hand pay.
It's definitely a hand pay. and it's 3 bonus rounds. Have you played that game before? So this is another one of my favorite games now. You see, I have favorite games so that we can do stuff when I'm in Vegas. So it is, and remember, it's a $200 spin. It is a really good bonus, especially because you get the 3 different bonus round options. I don't know what's the right terminology for that.
No, that's right. That's right. I'm assuming he walked away with at least a couple thousand, but we'll find out on Friday.
That's right, because it is a tease, and that's okay. It's okay to tease every once in a while, and I should not be revealing jackpots until somebody's dropped their video. Sorry, not sorry, but that's because but it was a lot of fun. We had a great weekend. I helped record some of the videos. There was also a really good slot tournament that we went to that was awesome. Some great dining, including off-property. We went to a great dim sum place that was super awesome. So it was great. I would say the only thing that was not so great that weekend is the weather wasn't so great, but since I live by the beach, it didn't really impact things that much for us because we weren't that obsessed with it. Obsessed with the beach. On the first night, Ellen and I went to dinner at Koro, which is the Japanese restaurant brand at Hard Rock. I've been to Koro also in Atlantic City. It is a beautiful, beautiful restaurant, and we're going to show you a couple of slides. I especially love they have all these seashells hanging, which is so pretty on the video. Here's the Koro brunch. So they have a Sunday brunch, the Hard Rock signature brunch. This brunch is amazing. It's also amazingly expensive. It is $145 per person. It is every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They tout it as 10 food stations, including carving, seafood, sushi, pasta, bottomless bubbles, mimosas, Bloody Marys, sangria, and dessert. What they don't tell you is it's also bottomless caviar, which is also quite awesome.
That's two of my favorite things.
I know, and it is, and they have the crab legs, they've got the oysters, they have tons of hot dish. They have a really, really good like omelet bar. It's an omelet and pasta bar with great stuff, lobster. So they have like a lobster that you can add to your omelet. This is amazing. One interesting thing to know about this buffet, though, is they do run players promotions. I'm not sure if it's just for Icon, which is one of the higher tier statuses, but you can get 50% off the brunch if you use your players card points to pay for the brunch. And I think that's a great, I was actually meaning to ask you this, Movestro, what do you think about those kind of promotions? It's pretty smart because you have to gamble to get Unity points to use. So basically you've got to gamble. So you can't like get 50% off the cash price. You basically got to gamble more and earn more Unity points. And then you can use those Unity points for 50% off. I think that's a great way to do a promotion for something. And actually at 50% off, this brunch becomes a pretty good deal. At least to me, I think at 50% off it is. Look at those shells. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, really like that.
It's really, really pretty. And look, eggs on eggs. Eggs with eggs. That's my joke.
That's awesome.
Oh, isn't that great? Yeah, I had to do two. So it was so good I had to do two pictures of it. It's such a great brunch. So many great things. Though it was a food overload weekend, and I was trying to really be a little bit chill about it. And you can see it's pretty. By the way, it's by the other pool. So the pools you were looking at, this is the original pool for the original Hard Rock Tower. So there were 3 hotel towers. There's the original Hard Rock Tower, which has its own pool, which is right behind Koro. There is the Oasis Tower, which is out by the other pool, which also has swim-up suites. And then there's the Guitar Tower. So it's a pretty cool hotel. But look how nice that is. It's a super awesome venue. Really, really nice. Are you playing it again because you like it so much?
Yeah. All right. Here's the next one.
Okay. What do we got there? What do we have there, Movestra?
Clams and shrimp and butter.
Oysters.
Yeah.
And butter. Yeah. So just really, 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 really super duper nice buffet. And they have I didn't take a picture of the crab legs, or I didn't include that. You can only include so much food, but you can see everything is presented absolutely lovely. And there we have, this is the one. They have Wagyu hash. So these are like the little small plates, like the tapas plates. And you'll see the carving. They had beef Wellington on the carving station also. Yeah. And look how nice. Really, really good brunch. I highly suggest this brunch. It is probably one of the best brunches in South Florida, though I am no expert on brunches in South Florida. The other one that's really super duper awesome and also super duper expensive is the brunch at the Breakers, which we've spoken about before, which is one of my favorite hotels, the Breakers in Palm Beach. So that gives you an idea of Koro. And it is a Japanese restaurant, but this brunch is not. I mean, they've got sushi and everything, but it's not a Japanese food only brunch. So don't let that dissuade you. Don't think that it's just going to be that. But that was pretty cool. We might have a couple. Are there a couple other pictures of the brunch? I think we showed all of them.
Yeah, we showed everything.
But great. On the first night, we had dinner, normal Japanese dinner at Koro, and the cocktails were amazing. I figured enough slides. They also we had amazing. I had amazing tempura shrimp. Uni and mackerel, which I love. We also did a omakase that was awesome. And it's a great restaurant. It's as good as the one in Atlantic City, which is one of my favorite restaurants at Hard Rock in Atlantic City. So that's really cool stuff. And after dinner on Friday night, my wife and I had a wonderful time playing more Super Times Pay in the high limit room. So really, really, really good. Really good trip. It was really enjoyable. Great to see David Wong. Hard Rock Hollywood has amazing vibe. Great property. I highly suggest it. It is a Unity property, so you can get comps there if you play in Atlantic City or at other properties. It is much harder to get comp rooms on the weekend in Tampa and Hollywood at the Hard Rock properties than it is in Atlantic City, but they do show up on your account. I mean, and I'm just talking if you're like a normal gambler. You know, obviously people who always work with a host or play a lot at Hard Rock will not have a problem with that. But it is great if you can get comp or discounted rooms. It's also interesting that, well, just sort of, it's interesting, you know, the rooms I find with Hard Rock Hollywood for the weekend, they sometimes pop onto the calendar and then they disappear rather quickly. And since you can cancel the rooms, like we always say, it's really a great idea to grab those rooms when they become available, especially for the weekend. Midweek isn't as much of a problem, but the weekend room rates are astronomical. One of the most expensive casino hotels in the country. The average rate is between $500 and $800 a night on the weekends. It's absolutely crazy. I'm not gonna say fantabulous. Fantastical? Is that it? It's not fantastical. The rates there are not fantastic. But if you can get a comp, it's great. By the way, the caviar spoons were plastic, even though they look like they're metal, because you're only supposed to use mother of pearl. They didn't have mother of pearl. Oh God, here comes Movestro.
Well, they should have.
I'm sorry.
The plastic takes away. You know why they? You know, come on now. How do they not?
I know, but look at that picture. Look at that caviar picture. That spoon looked okay.
Yeah, but this isn't Instagram. You're actually eating the freaking caviar, and it should have a proper spoon. That's all I'm saying.
I used to keep a mother of pearl spoon in my amenity kit when I would fly, in case I did bring your own BYOC, bring your own caviar. I'm sure you've done that before.
Not yet.
Actually, David Wong he asked them for extra caviar because he was flying out that day, and he brought caviar on the plane.
Nice.
For a snack.
Nice.
Yeah, I can tell you would definitely appreciate that. Right?
I absolutely do, 100%.
So it's great. Anything else that you're thinking about? So I stuck with my old school to finish my gambling at Hard Rock. It was a good weekend for me. I was with my Hawaiian homie also, and we gambled till 6 a.m. Are you proud of me?
Wow, you haven't done that out to 6 a.m. since that crazy night at XS a while back.
That's right. It was till 6 a.m. Not too much drinking. I was pretty chill about that. But it was a weekend. I went home with close to $2,000.
Nice.
Because I was disciplined. I had the Movestro on my shoulder. The Movestro saying, Michael, no more spins. No more spins. I'm the worst slot player. Movestro is great at discipline. I like it when Movestro's there to give discipline, but it was really great. And that crazy piggy bonus, I was actually in partners with Hawaiian Homie.
Very nice.
So that was great. That the total bonus on that was about $1,900, including that $1,000 for getting the 5 banks, which is crazy. I'm just shaking, like the piggy shakes at 5 banks. I'm just like, 5 banks. A couple of people told me they've never seen 5 banks come up before, because that's a lot of banks.
They're
not that easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool. So anything else, Movestro, that caught your eye there? Anything else you want to know about Hard Rock Hollywood? Do you want to come to Hard Rock Hollywood and join us for one of our Hard Rock Hollywood weekends?
Well, I don't really fly, but I am looking at the idea of doing one of those Amtrak sleeper cars. I've been watching a lot of travel YouTube videos where people are taking Amtraks across the country and getting like a sleeper room, like either a roomette or an actual 1-bedroom. It just seems pretty damn chill. I might consider doing that. Before we get going, is there anything?
Well, I'll make you an offer, a really good offer.
I'm gonna make you an offer that you can't refuse.
I'm gonna make you an offer. How about a Greyhound?
No, God, no. No.
I'm gonna make you an offer. Do your imitation. I'm gonna make you an offer. Come on, this is so good. You do such good Godfather.
Greyhound, jeez. Okay. I'm gonna make you an offer that you can't refuse. I'm gonna have you travel on a Greyhound bus all the way to Florida from Las Vegas. That's a punishment, man. No, listen. I did Greyhound from New York to Colorado once when I was much, much younger, and it was to meet this girl from the internet. I'm almost 50. I'm not getting on a Greyhound traveling multiple states. That's just not going to happen. No way. And it was a horrible experience the entire way. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. No,
Have
never.
you seen those YouTube videos? Some people have done YouTube videos about doing cross-country Greyhound with travel people. Yeah. That's like, there is nothing glamorous about Greyhound.
No, never. There never was. There never was ever anything.
And there never will be.
Yeah, and there never will be. It's just horrible. It's just horrible. It's just how it is.
Horrible. Yeah. Well, anyway, it was a great trip to Hard Rock Hollywood. Anyone has any questions, feel free to ask me. We also do book Hard Rock Hollywood via TravelZork Travel, and we have some promotions. But I highly suggest you try to look at your Unity offers, especially if you've played at a Hard Rock casino before, because you might have some good offers. What's going to be cool is when Hard Rock opens in Vegas, that's part of Unity. And if you play a lot at the Hard Rock in Vegas when it eventually opens with the Guitar Tower, I bet you'll be able to qualify for comp rooms at Hard Rock Hollywood in Tampa. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. So maybe wait a little while unless you want to spend a lot of money on a room. Or if you go midweek. Midweek's a little bit better, but it still ain't cheap, as they say. So it's good. But it is going to Florida. I mean, and they do have the weather on their side, because it is a great break in February from the East Coast. When you're freezing your tuchus off in New York, you can go down to Hard Rock Hollywood. The other thing is super convenient to Fort Lauderdale International Airport, literally about like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to Fort Lauderdale Airport. And it's actually not that far to Miami International either. So it's super easy to get there. So you can fly into the airport and Uber there, and pretty much so don't need a car, and spend a good couple of days in the sun. So that is my suggestion. I do highly recommend Hard Rock Hollywood.
All right, awesome stuff. And before we get going, is there anything on your mind or anything that you'd like to share?
No, I think we shared a lot today. My thing was the casino revenue stuff for June was really on my mind, but I already did that. I jumped the gun. Is there anything on your mind, Movestro, that you want to share?
Nope. I got nothing.
I got nothing. Well, we did it already. It was the Mirage Auction and the casino revenue numbers. So we pretty much did, we did a whole bunch of that. I mean, one thing on my mind is that there are a lot more promotions for what we call festive season, around Christmas and New Year's for travel. And if you're thinking of going away, now is a wonderful time to plan your trip for festive. And there are better deals this year than the last couple of years because travel is a little bit softer. So if you want to go away, go to TravelZork.travel. And you can get some ideas. We've got a lot of destinations. Places like Baha Mar have, everything is still more expensive during festive season than, especially at beach resorts. But there are some good promotions. On that number, there are also some really good promotions for Baha Mar outside of festive if you're interested in going to the Bahamas. Also some good promotions for Atlantis. And both of those are part of our luxury programs. And actually, Atlantis, we're going to be updating a new landing page with some of the perks and promotions in the next day or two on TravelZork.travel, so you might want to check that out. But of course, feel free to reach out. We're always happy to give you information. Information is free, but if you're planning a nice vacation at the end of the year or thinking of doing a family trip, lots of options also, lots of deals to be had in Mexico, so something to think about.
Alrighty, and that's going to do it for this episode. Luxury travel booking, TravelZork.travel. Visit us at TravelZork.travel to plan your next amazing vacation, not just to Hollywood, Florida, right, but to anywhere in the world. And feel free to check us out on social media and join the conversation. You can find us easily. All social platforms are at TravelZork. We'll see you next time.